Hello friends, welcome to Oliveboard. I hope you are all doing well and your exam preparations are going well too. Here we are with the daily current affairs video for today, which is 9th of August 2018. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe now. And if you are a subscriber already, then don't forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update from our end. We often tend to miss out on current affairs because we don't want to read newspapers or the daily dose which is given by various institutes or the magazines. So in this video, which is a very short video, we will be covering the important current affairs of the day. This is a daily series, so you can just give your 10 minutes and get the most important news which are asked in most of the banking and government examinations. Let's start with the first important news, which is India Post Payment Bank will now offer loans, mutual funds and various other products through third-party tie-ups. So this IPPB will now offer loans, mutual funds to its customers. For this, it has tied up with Bajaj Alliance for insurance. It will also be selling PN products, including loans also. Now, as we know that Indian Post has been spread even to the smallest of the villages, so all the post offices of our country will be linked to IPPB by the end of this year, which is in December. RBI is set to pay rupees 50,000 crores as dividend to the government of India for the financial year 2018. Now please remember that the RBI follows the July to June financial year. We know that our accounting calendar is from April to March, right? All the finance related calendars are from April to March, but RBI follows the July to June financial year. So in this financial year of 2018, RBI will be giving dividend to the government of rupees 50,000 crore. Now this is to replenish the public sector banks, as we know that the public sector banks are going into losing their profits or revenue due to increase in NPAs. We know the NPA amount is going high for all the public sector banks, for which the government has to infuse more capital into these banks. So to reduce the burden on the government of India, RBI will be providing this dividend to the government. We know that the RBI governor is Urjit Patel. Now this dividend has a rise of 63% from the previous dividend, which was in the year 2016-17. So previous year the dividend was only 30,659 crore rupees, but this year it is 50,000 rupees. IMF, which is International Monetary Fund, has forecasted that India's GDP will grow at 7.5% in the next financial year, which is 2019 and 20. Now this is a huge growth if we are able to make it. So they have said this, and they have said that this will occur majorly because of two reasons. First is the strengthening of investment because it is going up, and second is the private consumption. As the consumption goes up and the investment is high, so it will lead to more economic activity in the country. They have said that the current account deficit is projected to widen. Now current account deficit is in terms of imports and exports. So when our imports are very much higher than the exports we make, we have a current account deficit. So it will widen to 2.6% of the GDP. Imagine, it is so high. So we are going negative. Please remember this because it can be asked. So 2.6% of GDP. The headline inflation is projected to rise to 5.2%. This is very, very high. Now let me tell you what headline inflation is. It is the measure of inflation within an economy which includes the food and energy prices. Very, very important. As we know that the food and the energy prices are very volatile in nature. They keep changing. Morning we will have the price of some oil as one, and tomorrow morning if we come and check, the price would have risen by some amount. So since they are very volatile and they are prone to inflation, hence It is called headline inflation. The headquarters of IMF is at Washington DC in United States. The government to release a new industrial policy soon. So we know that to speed up the regulatory reforms and to lower the power tariffs, which will make the businesses more competitive and create more jobs in our economy. DIPP, which is Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, this falls under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So Commerce and Industry has a Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, which will be presenting the final copy of this industrial policy to the cabinet for its approval. They also have a proposal of establishing an overarching body which will represent both center and states, something similar to the GST Council. Now this will ensure that swift decision on key changes are taken very as and when required, and this will play a major role in revamping the labor laws or taxation provisions and land leasing, etc. So they are proposing to establish a body. Now we know that the industrial sector has a contribution of 29% in the GDP at current prices. We know that the service sector is what contributes the maximum. So service is first, then we have the industrial sector, and then we have agriculture sector. So agriculture is contributing very less, and the Commerce and Industry Minister is Suresh Prabhu. SBI has taken a step further for digital inclusion by launching MOPAD, which is Multi-Option Payment Acceptance Device. So this MOPAD is a point of sale terminal which was launched by SBI. This was launched in Andhra Pradesh, Visakhapatnam. So it will facilitate transactions from cards to QR code based payments. So it accepts payments through UPI, which is United Payment Interface, Bharat QR, SBI Buddy, which is an e-wallet, along with cards also. So it has multiple options for payment and at a single POS terminal. So it will help traders to do away with multiple choices that they use to facilitate transactions through card and QR code modes. So one point of sale device that can help do all of these. Now this will also provide digital convenience to customers. This takes forward bank's objective of cash ki aadat badlo. Please remember this. They can ask ki this is the objective of which bank, cash ki aadat badlo. So this is the objective of SBI Bank. The SBI chairman is Rajneesh Kumar ji. So for the first time, Sensex has crossed the 38k mark, very important. So it soared 137 points today and reached 38,024.37, which is very high. Nifty also rose by 20.70 points and has closed at 11,470.70 points. This is surpassing its previous high of 11,450. Now the uninterrupted foreign and domestic fund flows and the corporate earnings were the major reasons being quoted by the brokers for this high. Reliance Industries Limited has regained the most valued firm status by market capitalization. As we know, few days back, Reliance was at number 1 position, followed by TCS. And again in a day's time, TCS got its position back. But now again, Reliance Industries Limited has regained the title of most valued firm in terms of market capitalization. So its market valuation stood at 7,71,450.43 crores. Very huge amount. And we know Mukesh Ambani is the chairman of Reliance Industries Limited. The Competition Commission of India has approved the acquisition of Flipkart by Walmart. Now we know that this was proposed around 3 months back. So now the Competition Commission of India said that this acquisition will not have an impact on any competition in India. Hence it has approved it. So this is a $16 billion worth of acquisition, which is the biggest deal in the country's corporate history. The Competition Commission of India's chairman is Devendra Kumar Sikri. The Walmart CEO is Do Macmillan, and Flipkart CEO is Kalyan Krishnamurthy. Please remember this because it can be asked in the examination. The Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India has relaxed rules on pension products and also allowed policyholders to completely withdraw smaller amounts that are accumulated through pension products. Now, they said that any accumulated unclaimed amount that cannot or is not sufficient to buy minimum annuity amount can be paid back to the policyholders as lump sums. So since they are paid as lump sums, they are tax free in terms of income tax. So we don't have to pay income tax on these amounts. The life insurance industry collectively has 15,166.47 crore of unclaimed money. So imagine how huge it is. So this is unclaimed money that belongs to the policy holders. So IRDA has relaxed rules that some amount which is very small in nature and cannot be enough to buy the minimum annuity amount should be returned back, so we can have extra money. IRDA chairman is Subhash Chandra Khuntial. Michelle Bachelet, who was the serving president of Chile, has been appointed as the new chief of United Nations Human Rights Commission. Now she will be replacing Zaid Rad Al Hussein of Jordan. She has also served as the first director of UN Women. So she has been a part of the United Nations since then, and she is a very important personality. So please remember her name, Michelle Bachelet, and she was the president of Chile. She served that position twice. The Minister of State for Statistics, Vijay Goyal, recently gave a written answer to the Parliament saying that the per capita income of India stands at 79,882 per person for the last 4 years. Before that, from financial year 12 to financial year 15, it was roughly 67,594 rupees. Per capita income basically measures the living standard. Higher the PCI of a country, higher will be the living standard of that country. So since our per capita income is very high, we have better living standards from many other countries. But since we know that this is what per capita income is calculated by dividing the national income by population. So now we do not know if everyone falls into this bracket or not. So cannot say that this is the correct figure when we look at India as a whole. But yes, this is what the actual amount is. That's all we have for you in today's video. I hope you like the current affairs videos that we have taken up. Please do share it with your friends so that they also don't miss the important current affairs of the day. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to not miss any videos from our end. Have a great day ahead.